Hello, everybody, and welcome to this episode of the FauxShow. Today is Saturday, February 1st. My name is Angela.
And my name is Chris.
And as most of you know, the FauxShow is not a real show. It is a social experience because I don't look at you. I look at the chat room, which I have here on my iPad.
Oh, the chat room? I have that right over here on this screen, which is actually still running Windows full screen on my screen.
It's over there on a monitor where we can see ourselves, and it's on this monitor
Doesn't
here.
matter. It is contained within the best lower third, which was actually brought to me through inspiration of a past copy of myself, trapped in the Nexus energy ribbon, riding a horse. He traveled outside the Nexus to deliver me that message and give me the idea to create the world's most dynamic lower third, which contains our jblive.tv chat room, and conspicuously,
This is, wait for it,
hides the Starship Enterprise B. Look at that. Boo-ba-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Right? Look at that, huh? Look at that hotness right there. It's the Enterprise B right there. Isn't that great? And you know what? You wouldn't even know it's there because it's hiding right behind the lower third. Well, now you kind of know because I told you. But it's there. And now I'm just looking at it. Hi, Enterprise. What are we talking about today, Ann?
All right, so today we're going to talk about Twitter. I think most of you know that for the last, how long has it been around?
Since 2006.
Yeah, that long. I've been like, Twitter makes no sense to me. I tried to get on board right away. Chris was on, he's an early adopter in the technology area. I signed up, but I didn't use it. Instead, I also signed up for Plurk like 2 days later. And anyway, so I, back a couple days before Black Friday, I decided I'm going to try to do Twitter.
Oh.
So I've been doing Twitter since then. And I want to go through pros and cons, some history, some interesting services related to Twitter, in case you are also thinking about making the plunge, which I know there's a couple people in the chat room that have, I think Ross is one of them. So anyway.
And also, I think even if you're already a salted Twitter user,
Salted.
as in they've been around for a while, there might be a few tips and tricks hid in this episode that'll make Twitter even more useful for you.
Yep.
Yes, sir. And ma'am.
Yep.
And ma'am, sirs.
So, did you pull up the infographic?
Oh, I thought you were going to... Okay, I thought you were going to talk about our Instagram thing first.
No, I just...
All right,
left
well,
it on
here,
there.
I'll give you guys, just for those of you who care, here's a brief history of the Twitters. Like we mentioned, it started in 2006. That's when they launched. They had 1.3 million registered users by 2008, 6 million by 2009. So in 1 year, they went from 1.3 to 6. By 2010, they were at 105 million freaking users. Things slow down. They get, they get to 145 by 2010. And in September of 2011, 200 million users, 100 million active users logged in once a month, 50 million users log in every single day. And of course, over the years, we've seen characters such as Lady Gaga, Justin Bieber, Barack Obama, Katy Perry, your girl.
Yeah, and you know what? You're following those people, but it's not really them.
Not most of the time, no. I think maybe some of them, but I don't know.
Jeez, those are some followers they have.
Yeah. Look at Ashton Kutcher, 7 million followers. But Lady Gaga, 13 million?
Yeah.
Really? She beats Obama?
Well,
Bieber,
okay, wait. Bacon dress.
Now, I think that was flank steak. I don't think it was bacon.
No, I'm pretty sure it was bacon.
All right, but here's actually
Where's my Wikipedia?
Here's a couple of more interesting factoids. This is, I think, for me, one of the real turning points in Twitter, just to fast forward a little bit. And it also makes me realize how much things have changed. I think the tone for Twitter started to take a change in June of 2009, the end of June, when most people who are on Twitter learned about Michael Jackson's death way before it was on any mainstream news. This was, it's just funny because
is that what it was?
Back in 2009, people were like, oh, what's Twitter good for still? I mean, that was a pretty common conversation, still is. But it so clearly, when this Michael Jackson thing happened, it so clearly became like the place to find out, like it was the nervous system of the internet. It was the immediate information. So, of course, June 25th, 2009, news of Michael Jackson's death, setting a record 456 tweets per second when it happened.
Wow. Yeah, I bet they had to do some definite upgrades at that point. Yeah, it doesn't look like bacon, but God, that's disgusting.
Yeah.
Like, I'm all for eating red meat and whatever, but that is disgusting.
June 20th, June 2010. This, maybe some people might argue this is the beginning of the end. Twitter features its first promoted tweet, which was Toy Story 3. That's what somebody pays for a tweet.
That's adorable.
Yeah. Of course, March 28th, 2011, Charlie Sheen joins Twitter and becomes the fastest person ever to gain 1 million followers. Winning! That was pretty good winning. Winning! No, that one wasn't winning. That's more like it. And of course, in December 2012, the Pope joins Twitter, sends first tweet via iPad. Yeah,
That's funny.
So there's a brief Twitter history for you.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And there's the full Twitter history. We have 2 different infographics linked in the show notes. Did you know, Ange, that when Twitter first started, you could only use text messaging to tweet? It was actually just like...
No. Oh my gosh, it was limited like Instagram?
Well, that's why it's 140 characters.
Ah.
Because because I think text messages are 160 or so, and so the idea is that it's slightly less than a text message, and it was really about a message board that you would interact with via sending text messages. They didn't have apps. In fact, a lot of things about Twitter came from the community. Hashtags, retweets, were all inventions of the community. The bird that Twitter uses as their logo was an invention of the community, not something Twitter, the company, came up with. Did you know that?
No.
Well, your face. I just schooled you a little bit.
Well, there's the fail whale.
Yeah.
Too.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, which they've gotten a lot better about. But,
I don't see it very often anymore.
Everybody expects Twitter to, if not this quarter, next quarter, they expect them to announce that they're making money, like good money, like lots of money. And then they're going to do an IPO.
That's awesome.
Or have they done their IPO yet?
Well,
it's IPO. Okay, yeah, they're on that path, yeah. Yeah.
While we're on the kind of subject of the 140 character limit, there is, I highly recommend you follow a very short story, not a very short story, at very short story on Twitter. That's the handle. It's a guy that literally makes his living by writing short stories that fit in that 140 characters.
Oh.
And it's great. Some of them are really funny. Let's see. Bill waited on the school steps for his mom to pick him up. She never came, wanting him to be more independent now that he was a teacher. See how it tells like a whole story? It's kind of cute.
One I follow that I think has been pretty interesting
is cool.
100 years ago today, at Century Ago Today is the account. I've been following them for a little while. Here's an example. So this is all stuff basically that was happening 100 years ago today. And yesterday...
Just one post per day?
Not always.
Okay.
Yesterday, he tweeted, U.S. Postmaster General proposes the government buys all telephone lines. Communications should be made available to all citizens, was their philosophy.
I think maybe the philosophy was like, in the future, we're going to have the NSA, so if the government owns it, tap that.
It was just like they saw it as a public utility, I think. Here's another one. $20 million loan under the direction of American Red Cross is given to China in order to control flooding of the whole Hawaii River. $20 million 100 years ago?
Wow.
Yeah, right?
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, so there's some interesting. There's also like gods on there. Have you seen?
Yes, I follow God. Yeah, when you follow God on Twitter, you get a direct message right away saying "Thank you for following me, child," or like something like that.
Yeah.
It's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm following Almighty God.
Oh yeah, that's who I follow too.
Oh,
yeah,
okay,
I follow
okay.
Almighty God. Yeah.
Yeah. So let me read another very short story. After a night of drinking in the bar, I woke up in a graveyard, the only place where women didn't walk away from me when I talked to them.
Oh.
Some of them are sad. but
yeah.
But it's still funny. I like it makes me laugh sometimes.
Yeah.
So
I was just gonna say we should probably link to those in the
I know
if we remember. There's a lot of good ones out there. Well, you're on. We should say your Twitter account because you're kind of new to Twitter. You're ANGERZ, Angers.
Yep.
And I'm Chris LAS. Hey Ange.
Yes.
Hey Ange. Before we go any further, I got something I need to talk about real bad, Ange. Real bad, and that is Ting, because Ting is mobile. That
makes sense.
Boom! That's right. You can go to faux.ting.com to get started. Where's that portfolio? You should grab that. It's over there on the floor.
Yes.
Now, what is Ting? Well, let me tell you a little bit about Ting. Ting is mobile that makes sense. It is mobile that has no contract. It is mobile that has no early termination fee. And my friends, it is mobile that's going to help you get out of your existing contract with their ETF program. Here's some of the deets that you got to know about. First of all, no contracts and no early termination fees, and you only pay for what you use. It's $6 for the phone line. It's $6, and then you just pay for your usage on top of that. Very simple, very straightforward, very awesome. Also, every plan includes hotspot, tethering, voice messaging, caller ID, three-way calling, all of that stuff, of course, picture messaging as well. All that's included with every single Ting plan, and there's no contract, no early termination fee. And so my bill right now is usually around $30 a month, but you can get an idea by plugging in your different use case scenarios here and see what it is. And you can also try out the Ting savings calculator. You go over to faux.ting.com, you put in your current bill information and see how much you would save, and then just kind of look at the math yourself and determine if it's worth it. Plus, with that ETF program where they're going to give you a $75 credit per line that you have to cancel, that makes it a lot easier. On top of that, Ting has a fantastic dashboard that really lets you manage your account, and Ting is always focusing on customer service. That's why they have a no-hold customer service at 1-855-846-4389. That's awesome down the road when you become a Ting customer and you need to get a hold of somebody, or if you're in a family or business, you got multiple people on that line. Instead of you having to be the front line of support, you can let the Ting representatives take care of that because they're trained and empowered to solve your problem. And what's cool is when you get a Ting device, Ange,
yes,
could you demo this cool Ting portfolio that you get? Show them the inside.
Right.
That's my favorite part.
Well, first of all, there's this clear front pouch.
Right. That'll be your shipping stuff. And it's nice. It's removable because you can take it out so you can put other stuff in there if you want. You can use it later. And look at that nice inside. Yellow. It's got the Ting badge right where your hands are. Yep, right there. See the Ting badge. Your new devices show up in that, and it feels high class. Like, oh, look at this.
It is pretty cool.
It is really cool.
It's something that you could use for other things. And here's a size comparison for those of you that know how big a
iPad Mini is. Yeah.
So it would definitely fit a regular iPad or any tablet.
Oh yeah. Or even a netbook or a Chromebook.
Yep.
Totes fit in there.
Yep. Totes.
So here's what's great about Ting is Ting is really seriously focused on the customer experience, on improving that, on really sort of competing in the wireless industry by doing what's been left, and that is differentiating on the customer side, differentiating on the price side, and differentiating on the contract side, throwing all of that stuff out, restructuring the way it should be. Ting is powered by the company that you might be familiar with named Two Cows. And Two Cows has been online for years changing things up, and now they're continuing it into the wireless industry. I'm extremely excited about what they have to offer, and you can keep up to date on cool Ting things. Like they just gave away a G2 by following them on Twitter. They are at TingFTW. Speaking of Twitter. So here's how you get started. Go to faux.ting.com. That's going to take $25 off your first device. If you've got a Sprint-compatible device, they got a whole BYOD page you can check out. And if you bring your own device, $25 off your first month of service. That paid, because I brought my Evo 4G. That paid for my first month of service.
Yep.
Boom. So when you have your first month of service free, you're bringing a device you've already got. They got the ETF relief program. Crazy great rates, unbelievably great rates.
Contract free.
It's such a no-brainer, and it's the beginning of a new year, so why not get started now? So that way at the end of the year, you can look back and go, you know what? That FauxShow saved me a ton of money.
Woo.
So a big thank you to Ting for sponsoring the FauxShow. Go check it out, you guys. faux.ting.com. All right, Ange, where do we go next?
So there's this other place that I follow, and it's 'Cause I'm a Guy on Twitter. And it's interesting, but it's kind of funny. There's some funny stuff. So I recommend looking up 'Cause I'm a Guy, because that's not appropriate.
Oh, what is it?
Nothing. So this is funny.
Hello,
Oops.
is there a picture that I missed? Hello?
There's a special place in hell for people that do this. Take a giant bite out of a Kit Kat without breaking the bars apart.
Why? You should be able to do it however you want, man.
Yeah, well, no. I don't know. It's just funny. They think of some funny things and put it on there. Chris secretly thinks that it's a woman that runs that
I do.
handle. But
because the jokes are actually women jokes that they think are men jokes.
No.
All right, let's read one. Let's read one and see if I'm right. Go ahead, just pick one.
Take it off because
right,
there's inappropriate stuff.
Which one? Where is it inappropriate? Oh, come on. It's just the D word. That's not that bad. We said
You're
worse.
the D word.
Wow. All right, let's read this one here.
Whoa.
Well, that's a good one. Let's read that one. Come on.
This one?
Yeah, what's it say?
I heard you can pause multiplayer.
Again. See, and it's a picture of a girl with her underwear down and a guy. See, that's totally a girl making that joke.
No.
This is I'm telling you, this is a woman that runs this account.
I don't know.
All right, you guys tell me what you think. What was the Twitter account?
'Cause I'm a Guy.
'Cause I'm a Guy. All right, twitter.com/chatroom. Will you go?
It's COZIM a guy.
'Cause I am a guy. Like that?
Yeah. COZ.
Oh, C? Who spells 'cause like? All right.
Anyway, so
'Cause I'm a Guy. Guys, go find that. Tell me if you think. Tell me if you agree. Did you know about status.twitter.com, Ange?
Yeah.
So you made a joke earlier about the fail whale.
Right.
Well, Twitter responded not only by trying to improve stability, by moving their status page off onto a completely different service. So on Tumblr, Twitter runs their status page.
That is hilarious.
So that way when Twitter's down, you can still find out what's up because hopefully Tumblr's up at the same time. That's just status.twitter.com. So if you become a Twitter pra, and then you're wondering like, hey, brah, I'm a pra. What's going on with Twitter? Well, there you go. And can I tell you, too, about one of my favorite Twitter utilities?
Yes.
Now, this not everybody loves it when you post to multiple sites. Not everybody loves that. But there is one tool that I've used over the years, and it posts to Facebook, it posts to the Google+, it posts to a whole bunch of them. It's called Hootsuite, and it's available in an app, and it's available on the web. And Hootsuite's great because you can also set schedules. So you can be like, hey, y'all, this is totally me here at this time. And
because I'm a stereotype.
What?
Because I'm a stereotype.
I know. Seriously.
No, they're all saying that they think it's a woman.
Thank you. I agree too. So go if you're like kind of overwhelmed with social networks. I don't necessarily think. I think it's probably best to do one unique post for each social server. That's what I do. I write it for each site. But if you don't want to do that, Hootsuite will let you schedule your tweets. It'll also post to LinkedIn, Facebook, Google+, Flickr.
Awesome. Wow, Instagram, YouTube.
Yeah.
Wow. A couple other ones I don't even recognize.
And there is an analytics capability to it, which I haven't played with.
Yeah. I signed up for a Hootsuite account, but there's something weird about it. Does it make you give... of course it would make you give the passwords to all those social sites, right?
Well, it depends on how... if they let you do like a OAuth or kind of login, then you don't have to.
Right.
What's cool, too, one last thing that's really neat about it is if you're in a team, like if you have an open source project and you guys have a Twitter account, or if you're a small business or a business or whatever, Hootsuite allows you to manage accounts. So I could go, for example, because a lot of the official Jupiter Broadcasting stuff goes over my Chris LAS Twitter account, but maybe I'm in Vegas having a party and I'm not able to tweet. I could actually grant access to post to my Twitter account through Hootsuite to Angela.
Oh, well.
Not that I have, but I could. And then she could log into Hootsuite, not necessarily log into my Twitter account, but still post to my Twitter feed.
That's awesome.
Or Facebook, or etc.
Yep. So I, Jupiter Broadcasting, what was the award? I can't remember. We were listed in the Best Linux OSS Advocate Evangelist list, except that we were listed as Juniper Broadcasting.
Womp womp.
So I looked up the name of the guy that wrote the article, and I stalked him. I tracked him down. I found him on Twitter, and I said, "Hey, regarding that, can our name be corrected to Jupiter Broadcasting?" Within seconds, the article was pulled. It was getting a 404, and then he got it taken care of. Anyway, so.
It's really cool because you're able to reach out to people on Twitter, and it's more interactive. And it's because, for me, I know too, it's like you're 10 times more likely for me to read a tweet than you are for me to read an email, because at 140 characters, I can do 25 tweets to every one email.
Right.
So it's way more efficient for me. All right, final poll from the chat room. Everyone is in agreement. Mail Holler does point out maybe it's just an extremely effeminate woman that's running the account. Or, I mean, man. It's an effeminate man running the account. No? You don't think so?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
All right.
Well, anyway, let's see what else we have in the document
Wah,
here.
wah, wah, wah,
Where is it? Where is it?
All right. So what about the social media dash?
Social media delivery.
Oh, that, yeah.
Yeah, this is interesting. And it's taking a second to go there. But basically, if you have a business and a substantial amount of followers and you want to ramp up that business,
sure,
this is a service that you pay for, and they will do certain amounts of things. They do a customized page creation. They write a copy, or let's see, they write the original copy for at least 80 custom tweets monthly. They can do up to 10 tweets per day,
so
7 days a week.
So this is a way to be phony? This is like what maybe Lady Gaga does? Like somebody tweets for her?
Sure. That's, or like a business, if you want to promote your business.
Yeah.
We have this product, or if we wanted to hit affiliate links really hard because, we don't have the Amazon revenue anymore, we could set up one to do that, But
who would want to follow an account that's constantly spamming crap?
I don't follow people that follow me that all they're like, I played this game, I played this game, I played this. Like, it's obvious. Not. I don't want that in my feed.
And I'm also and I guess there's services out there to let you monitor when somebody unfollows you.
Oh yeah, sure.
That I would never do that, because that to me sounds like, first of all, it's only going to lead to negativity. Like, you're constantly going to wonder what you did wrong, what they don't like about you, why they unfollowed you. So first of all, that's just going to be no good's going to come from that.
Right.
Second of all, it's the internet. It doesn't really, it's not really that important to follow it that closely. And then third of all, like, I unabashedly just unfollow people like crazy. Like if I see somebody that's doing 3 or 4 tweets and I'm like, boom, I'll just unfollow immediately, figuring later on if they're worth it, I'll come across them again and refollow.
Well, and that's
I am an ass when it comes to that. I'm unfollowing like crazy.
And that's what's cool about
Keep it
Twitter
tight.
is that people can still follow you,
Yeah.
even though you're not following them, unlike Facebook, where you have to be friends.
I think, because I've been using Twitter for a long time now, Ange. I think the key thing to Twitter is curating so that way you actually have a useful feed. And if you do it right,
Yes.
it could even replace like RSS readers in a sense, because like every site's posting to Twitter. And there's people out there who have a keen eye on stories. There's people out there who... and maybe you follow them as writers, like on blogs and things like that. You can follow their Twitter accounts, and it's like it generates this great feed. So every time you go to Twitter, you feel like you get a little bit of value. There's something to pick from. And my whole approach is just to whittle it down, unfollow and follow until I get that right mix.
Yeah, and same here. That's what I've been doing. Every morning, the Herald posts the top 5 stories, which is our local newspaper.
Yep.
I love it because then I actually know about something going on in the world.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, as a mom of 3, I don't really get, like, we don't have TV. I don't watch the news. That gives me just a small glimpse of, oh, hey, there's something going on. And yeah, it's really neat.
It makes the Twitter feed valuable, and then
Yeah.
that makes Twitter itself valuable to you. And instead of just like people talking about sandwiches, it's actually content that you might find relevant. And it could be interest groups, like there's Star Trek accounts I follow. So like I found out about Leonard Nimoy having like some yeah, he's got some bad stuff going on. But I found that on Twitter.
So let me just summarize. So Facebook is for friends and family.
That's what I
pretty much.
think. Yeah.
You know?
It's different for everybody, but
Twitter is for friends and celebrities, is how I see it.
and
news.
like yeah, and like
G
just
plus is for people you don't know in real life.
really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. Anybody tell me that they know more than 3 people on G plus, and I will be surprised.
Well, our audience is a little different, don't you think? Because we know some of them.
Well, by proxy, but
Yeah.
but they, yeah. So anyway, it's really interesting. I saw somebody had said earlier in the chat room that they like G plus way more than Twitter.
I do too.
Yeah, well, so G plus is more picture based and whatever,
Yeah.
and I like that Twitter sometimes shows pictures and sometimes doesn't. But
Yeah, they added that recently.
Yeah.
I've been sort of so Google keeps pushing me away from Google Plus. Like they keep introducing features that just decimate my inbox, and just make it so that way all of the associated Google products are horrible to use. We saw them cock up YouTube recently. Now my inbox is decimated constantly by G plus spam.
Yep.
Is it events this time? Sure. Is it somebody decides to circle everybody specifically so I can email about that?
I hate
sure.
that about G plus. About
yeah.
you like hey everybody, here's a circle. Follow all these people. So now all of a sudden there's a bunch of
Yeah, and here's a new great one. Here's a new great one. By the way, if we want to be able to email you, well, geez, if you're on G+, guess what? Bob's your uncle. Don't even have to know your email address. I can just send you an email now.
Yep.
That's great. Thanks for more email, Google. And so what keeps bringing me back to Twitter is
brevity.
Exactly. That conciseness, that forced limitation where people can't write a frickin' blog post. Mm-hmm. So I will visit Twitter a dozen times in the day, and I will visit G+ twice. But I feel like there's more of my crowd is on G+, like more technical posts, more Linux, Android, Bitcoin, all of that stuff is on G+.
Well, yeah. Although, yeah, okay. I see Power543 in the chat room. Welcome back. It's been a while. So here are the pros that I could brainstorm really quick about Twitter use for me. You can follow someone without them following you, and vice versa. You can your Connect tab, where you can see people that have mentioned your name, is a full page. Like that is really important to me, because on Facebook it's just a little drop down.
Same on G+, right? Like
yeah,
on G+,
oh my god, I hate G+.
Right, the notification things drive me crazy. Whereas on Twitter, I go to my whole app page and everything's just listed there.
You know what sucks about that is that like if you click on it, it's gone, and then you have to go to all notifications, and then all notifications doesn't actually show all notifications. So anyway,
broked.
So let me just show you the Connect here on my Twitter. You go to Connect, and it looks the same, and it's a list of all the things.
Easy
and
peasy.
It groups together follows and favorites and whatever, and it's really cool. It's nice and simple.
Okay. All right.
Another thing, you can see what you've favorited.
Oh yeah.
Because on G+ you can't. If you +1 stuff,
no,
it's lost in the.
There is a place if you go, but it's buried. If you go go into your Google account history settings and into your dashboard area, you can see all of the things you've ever +1. But it's for everything. It's not just G+. It's like if websites have a +1 badge, then they'll show up too.
Of course.
Yeah.
Well, so if I and anybody can do this, they can go to my Twitter /Andrews and click on favorites, and these are all the things that I've favorited. Now, I do think that potentially favorites are overused because it's kind of like a like or a +1, but sometimes I use it like, yes, I saw your tweet, and I want you to know that. But anyway, so I find that good, though. The trends are cool. It shows which hashtags are trending. Sometimes I find out, this is happening in the world because I see it on the trending. Instagram allows easy tweeting, and so do a lot of other things.
If everything does.
If I upload a picture on Instagram, it's like, okay, Facebook, tweet, Twitter, bam,
everything
done.
tweets.
Following the local news, which I covered. The cons.
I'd add one more. I'd add to the pro is that Twitter has a much more developed and mature API, which Google Plus does not.
Yeah, that's for sure.
That allows so many more cool applications to come out over Twitter. Like, let me see if I don't have it out here, but there's a cool service called ThinkUp.
Oh, okay.
And ThinkUp goes through and analyzes all of your tweets and pulls out really interesting details.
Oh, it'll be like Murphy talks a lot and Bronwyn.
Well, it'll say you've been talking about yourself too much, or it'll even tell you that kind of stuff.
Wow.
Yeah.
I want to do that. That would.
Yeah. But they really can't do it on G+ because the API sucks so bad.
I want to do that.
Yeah. So it's called ThinkUp. You can check it out.
Okay.
From Gina Trapani.
So here are some cons. Responses to tweets appear disorganized in the timeline. If it's really weird. It'll move that tweet up in the timeline, so it'll be out of order. I guess it'll be by the most recent timed message, but sometimes that your response is hidden. So I don't know. It's just a little disorganized, and that is the one thing that confused me the most when I tried to join Twitter a while ago. But it's a bunch of random messages. If Chris responds to a tweet from somebody, I see his response. I don't see anything else about the conversation. I have to dig into it to figure out what the heck
You can view the thread now.
Yeah, definitely. You can view it, but it takes some effort to figure out what everybody is talking about.
Yeah.
If you want to know what they're talking about. Favoriting can be easily overused, and other people can see what you favorite. That could be a double-edged sword. Retweets don't allow you to add a custom comment. You can copy and paste and say it's a retweet.
Yeah.
Retweet.
Hey-oh.
Okay, yeah, whoa.
Hello.
A retweet. But otherwise, I sometimes I'd like to add a comment, and on my phone, I can't. Anyway, the 140 characters kind of sucks. Every time I go to pimp social stuff, it's on, it's on Facebook, Plurk, Twitter, G+.
Twitter's always the most limited.
And so I always have to cut out part of my message just to post on Twitter.
You just get it down to the essentials, baby. You get it down to the essentials. You dial it in.
And my Twitter password has been hacked twice. Whoa! Why are you laughing?
Nothing.
It has.
Yeah, it's just funny you put that on there. I mean, that could happen to any popular service.
It happens a lot. I mean, I can't believe how many times
it does happen a lot.
And if you get a direct message from somebody that is just some sort of spammy link or a link to another handle, their password has been
good
hacked.
Chance.
It happens so much.
Yeah.
Why are people trying? What is the point? So anyway, it frustrates me.
Yeah, I think there's so many options out there for social sites. The reason why Twitter is still proving to be relevant, even despite of things like app.net and Diaspora and G+, is it just has this momentum behind it, and it's been so well integrated with so many things. So when I first started using Twitter, I set up Chris LAS, and then I just kind of abandoned it. I didn't get it. I didn't want to use it. I don't really like social networking that much.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And but it kind of happened at the perfect time when we also decided we were going to start doing the Linux Action Show live, and I just needed a way to tell people that we were live. And so it really worked well for that. And so that was what I first started using Twitter for. I was like, oh, all right, begrudgingly, I'll use it to let people know when we're shooting live so that way they can join us. And then just kind of evolved from there.
Right. Well, and, we do have Jupyter Server, too.
Don't know anything about that.
That is the...
I don't know anything about that, Ange.
Okay. Well, we don't use it.
No, we don't know anything about that.
So anyway, we have this really expensive part of the FauxShow.
We do this for every FauxShow. In fact, sometimes we put the faux show on hiatus just so we can sort of refill the kitty. But now we decided to always just put it on credit cards. And as long as we just sign up for a new credit card between now and the next episode, we're fine. Not a big deal. Max that sucker out. Because, my friends, I have to tell you, it is definitely time for the Jupiter
Wow. Okay. $500,000 for that. That was long. All right. Let's see what we have. GX writes, "Hi, Angela.
Hi, GX.
Sorry, I couldn't resist."
Chris is here, too.
Let me find that email.
That would have been the thing to do. I could have started while you were doing that.
Okay. No, I just...
Oh, what do we got here? Oh, my gosh. There it is.
All right. So what this is, Chase was on Faux World Competition episode 158 with me, and GX took Chris's hair and put it on
Chase.
Chase.
He looks like he changed something in the face, too, though, right? Like he gave him different colored eyes or something?
Eyebrows.
Oh, eyebrows.
Or maybe even your eyes, too.
Yeah, so everybody thought
No, those aren't your eyes.
No, everybody thought that was me, only I'd shaved.
No.
That's what everybody said?
No.
So there you go. So GX put my hair on there, and on that Mr. Chase.
Yep.
Definitely handsome with that set of hair. I gotta say. Okay. So I have some thank yous. Is it okay if I do those now?
Yeah.
So last Sunday was my birthday, and there was an Amazon wish list that got circulated thanks to Matt, and some folks sent me in some gifts. I got a couple of them here. We actually still have a few boxes we haven't gotten yet, and not all of them came with name tags either. But I wanted to say a special thank you to Raul and to Noah, and of course you remember Noah from Linux Fest.
Of course
Northwest.
I do.
So here's a couple of the goodies that I got, and then there's probably more. But first of them is this here Enterprise B, which is made from a diamond something or other, diamond models, and this one's really high quality details wise.
Oh, it worked.
And it lights up too, which is awesome, and it's got better proportions than the previous models, so I really like it. And see, this stand comes off, so that way if you just want to fly it like a starship, you totally can. And then the other thing I got is a Star Trek book. This is a book that I've been wanting to read for a while because I was on like a Star Trek Reddit forum, and they're like, this is a really good series. And it's That Which Divides, and it takes place in the original series, little Enterprise battling the Romulans there. And then some of you might know, if you listen to Coda Radio, I've recently got into Snobby Coffee, which is where you grind your own coffee and then use an AeroPress. But the key to good coffee is good storage. And
oh, that looks awesome.
yeah, just give this a whiff, Ange. Just give this coffee a whiff.
Ooh.
Yeah, this is super good
See, and
coffee.
I don't even like coffee,
No.
but that does smell really good.
Yeah, and what's really
Holy
cool
crap.
is this has this little lid cap right here. It lets CO2 emissions out, but keeps the essentials in. And at first I was like, why am I smelling my coffee when it's in a container like this? But it's because it actually does let some off-gassing, because that's the optimal way to store the beans.
Off-gassing.
So some really cool stuff, and there's more coming.
Yep. So we haven't mentioned that I still would like your Instagram or your Jupiter Broadcasting shirt pictures for our Instagram.
Yeah.
I have 77 pictures submitted so far out of 1,053 shirts that were sold.
Wait, hold on. So 70 pictures out of 1,000 shirts?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Okay.
if you can take a picture of your face with, if you want to, with wearing your shirt, I have quite the variety. I have cats with the shirt. I have kids with the shirts. I have bears wearing the shirts. I have motorcycle guys wearing shirts.
Yeah, she likes that one. A little too much.
I have two sword-wielding shirts.
That's pretty awesome.
Pictures. I have Matt in a ridiculous beard shirt. I have, I think 4 or 5 data center shirts now. I've got with my significant other shirts. It's really cool. So consider emailing Angela at jupiterbroadcasting.com with with your shirt. Also, let's see.
I'm not playing with my starship. What are you talking about?
I wrapped up the sticker FauxShow Awards mail out. If you missed that, sorry.
It's all done.
We pimped it for a whole week on all the shows.
It's all done.
And
that's not technically true.
yeah, it is.
Well, sorta.
What do you mean?
I don't think I mentioned it on Coda Radio or, and I was only in the outtakes on last. We still got a huge response. So.
Oh my gosh! Yeah,
that's
okay. So
that's
here's
why
the
I
deal.
didn't mention it too much.
Here's the deal. Statistics that we have show that a lot of people don't watch the end of longer shows, right?
Well, those would be fools.
Yeah. Well, apparently that's not true anymore because I should show you the Bitly stats. It was like I could see exactly how much audience replied from which show.
Oh, yeah?
It was SciBite.
Yeah.
You did.
Yeah.
I don't know if you mentioned it in Unfilter. I think you might have.
Didn't.
No, not in
Nope.
the pre-show or anything?
Nope.
Okay. All right.
TechSnap.
TechSnap, Last, and FauxShow. Or FauxShow and then Last. Anyway. And you can just see. Anyway. I also pinned it on the social sites, so if you don't follow me on one, you should follow me on one. But anyway, the point is, 43 U.S. states, 32 countries, $620 is the cost, is what it cost in stamps, supplies, and stickers.
"Quote unquote" free stickers.
Yeah, free sticker. Yeah, so that was our cost, not your cost. You got it for free. Everybody that said, "Please send me both," I sent both.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
There were at least 20 of those.
I still have a few people I want to send stickers to.
I know, and that we can still send stickers, but
No, we can't. If you say that, people are going to want
I
stickers.
had to put a limit on it because I had to get them out fast because the international ones take 2 weeks, or 1 to 2 weeks, and I need everybody to send in their picture of it in use before the FauxShow Awards, like a week before the FauxShow Awards. In fact, by this Friday, I need your picture.
Yeah,
so
because we're doing the sticker awards on the 15th.
yes, and it's a huge show, and it's like I have to do a whole slideshow presentation thingy for it, so I have to have everything in advance.
And just to help you remember, that'll be the FauxShow right before
Last 300.
That's right.
Which I have vested interest in.
That's
So,
exciting.
Yeah, it is pretty cool. The biggest area of support, aside from the U.S., which seemed obvious to me, but maybe not, is the U.K.
Yeah, well, they represent. They're about 30% of the audience.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. So that
Cool.
That works.
Does that wrap us up?
I think it does. Yeah.
Okay. Well, good because I
So-
have some spaceships to go play with.
I
mean, adult stuff.
So I have an idea for the UK audience because they were the biggest supporter of the sticker.
Are we gonna do a UK edition of the Faux? That'd be fun.
Oh, that would be fun.
I don't know what we'd do, but that'd
well,
be
I
fun.
have a couple people that could help me with that.
Yeah. Okay.
I was thinking sometime this year of doing a custom shirt
Only for the UK.
only for the UK.
How could we do that? Would it be available for
It
everybody?
would-
But it'd be like UK
Oh yeah,
specific.
sure. Yeah,
Ah, okay.
it would say supporting Jupiter Broadcasting in the UK or something, or UK
Something.
UK
We
representing
need
Jupiter
something,
Broadcasting,
or like a stereotypical saying or something. I don't know.
Oh yeah, well
We
they'd
need
have
ideas.
to tell me, but
Yeah, we need ideas.
yeah. So if you think that you'd be interested in that, shoot me an email with your ideas or thoughts about it. If you're interested at all, it would be a really low commit. Like probably the lowest 50 shirts because it wouldn't be for making money. It would just be because it's fun and because you guys support us. So the pictures I have so far for the stickers are
Oh, sorry.
are really neat. People
Yeah.
are putting them everywhere. And
Yeah.
I would tell you where, but I don't want to ruin it. But lots of different places. So, yeah, I think that's it. So next week, I think we're intending to do a tech savvy or a tech.
a tech-focused episode of the Faux?
Yeah.
Something techie? Well, our Fitbit episode was kind of techie.
Yeah, but yeah.
Another one, though, yeah.
So keep that in mind as you plan your next Saturday.
And you can join us live. We will always update the calendar if we have to change it, but the Faux Show is live Saturdays at 10 a.m. Pacific. JupiterBroadcasting.com/calendar is where to go.
Yep.
To get changes on that. But also, you can also just check the live stream in the mornings before the show. We have a countdown on the live stream, and you can do bang next, ! Next in our IRC chat room, and it'll give you a readout until the next show. It'll say X amount of time remaining.
And also, all the links to our different social sites and whatever for the Faux Show are in the show notes on JupiterBroadcasting.com. So if you're not following me somewhere, you should follow me somewhere. Don't follow me everywhere because you'll see the same posts everywhere.
Just follow on your favorite social
Just
network.
choose one. Yeah.
Yeah, she's on all of them. So
I'm on all of them.
there you go.
Yep. All right. That is it for this episode of the Faux Show. We'll see you next week. Don't forget, you can catch recent episodes of the Faux Show on JupiterBroadcasting.com/Faux Show. Also, get them on demand in the iTunes store. Search for Faux Show.